In the province of Eldridge, known for its mist-shrouded forests and a history steeped in the supernatural, a young woman named Emily embarked on her first day of work at a secluded resort. Her excitement mingled with a sense of trepidation as she stepped foot into the seemingly tranquil surroundings. The resort, nestled deep within the heart of Eldridge, boasted a picturesque landscape with towering pines and a serene lake. The air was heavy with an otherworldly stillness, and the locals whispered tales of unexplained disappearances and ghostly apparitions that haunted the area. Undeterred by the rumors, Emily eagerly embraced her new role as the resort's receptionist. The main lodge exuded an old-world charm, adorned with antique furniture and faded photographs that hinted at a forgotten past. As she settled into her duties, Emily couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched, as if unseen eyes followed her every move. The first guests arrived, a couple seeking a peaceful retreat from the chaos of everyday life. Emily greeted them with a warm smile, masking the unease that gnawed at her insides. She escorted them to their cabin, assuring them of a pleasant stay, while secretly hoping that their presence would dispel the unsettling atmosphere that hung over the resort. Night fell, casting a shadowy cloak over Eldridge. Emily's shift had come to an end, and she retired to her own cabin nestled amidst the trees. As she lay in bed, strange sounds whispered through the darkness, whispers that seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves. Goosebumps prickled along her skin, and she clutched the covers tightly, seeking solace in their familiar embrace. Sleep proved elusive as the night wore on. The cabin's silence was shattered by unexplained creaks and distant moans that echoed through the forest. Emily's imagination played tricks on her, conjuring images of ethereal figures drifting through the trees and peering through the windows. Morning arrived, but Emily's weariness had not dissipated. She approached the resort manager, Mr. Reynolds, cautiously sharing her concerns about the strange occurrences. His weathered face took on a somber expression as he confided in her the dark history of Eldridge, a history tainted by a long-forgotten tragedy. Decades ago, the resort had been the site of a grisly crime, an event that stained the land and left an indelible mark on the province. The spirits of the victims were said to linger, trapped between realms, seeking solace or retribution. With a heavy heart, Mr. Reynolds handed Emily a worn journal, its pages yellowed with age. The journal chronicled the experiences of previous employees, detailing encounters with the supernatural and sinister forces that dwelled within the resort. Emily's heart raced as she read the chilling accounts, realizing that she was now a part of this haunting tapestry. Determined to uncover the truth, Emily delved further into the journal and sought guidance from the locals who had long experienced the province's eerie phenomena. Armed with ancient rituals and talismans, she embarked on a quest to appease the restless spirits and bring peace to Eldridge. As Emily delved deeper into the dark secrets of the province, she discovered a hidden burial ground deep within the forest, the final resting place of the victims from the tragic past. With reverence, she performed rituals to honor their memory, offering prayers for their souls to find tranquility. Days turned into weeks, and the supernatural occurrences gradually subsided. The province of Eldridge seemed to exhale, as if releasing the burdens of its haunted past. Emily became a beacon of hope, her bravery and determination inspiring the community to confront their fears and embrace the fragile peace that had been restored. Yet, as Emily walked the path of Eldridge, she couldn't shake the feeling that the province was forever etched into her being. The echoes of its haunted whispers lingered, reminding her of the thin veil that separates the living from the otherworldly. And as she continued her work at the resort, she remained vigilant, knowing that the spirits of Eldridge could awaken once more, forever entwined with the fabric of her existence. Sarah had just started her new job at a prestigious law firm. Excitement and nerves filled her as she walked through the towering glass doors into the sleek, modern office building. The atmosphere was professional, yet there was an underlying tension that seemed to hang in the air. On her first day, Sarah was assigned to work late to catch up on a backlog of paperwork. The office grew eerily quiet as her colleagues left one by one, leaving her alone in the dimly lit workspace. As the clock struck midnight, a chill ran down Sarah's spine, and she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. Lost in her work, Sarah suddenly heard faint footsteps echoing down the hallway. She glanced around, expecting to see a coworker, but the corridor was empty. Unease settled in as the footsteps grew louder, their rhythm steady and deliberate. Unable to ignore the growing unease, Sarah decided to investigate. She cautiously stepped out of her office, following the sound of the footsteps. The further she ventured, the more the air grew heavy, as if a presence lurked in the shadows. As she turned a corner, she caught a glimpse of a figure disappearing into one of the conference rooms. Heart pounding, Sarah approached the room, pushing the door open with trepidation. The room was shrouded in darkness, save for a single flickering light at the far end. Whispers filled the air, disembodied voices that sent shivers down Sarah's spine. The flickering light cast eerie shadows on the walls, distorting the shapes into grotesque forms. Fear gripped her, but curiosity pushed her forward, deeper into the room. Suddenly, the light went out, plunging the room into complete darkness. Sarah's breath caught in her throat as a cold gust of wind brushed against her skin. Panic seized her, and she fumbled for her phone, desperately attempting to illuminate the room. As the dim light from her phone's screen filled the room, Sarah's blood turned to ice. Standing before her was a spectral figure, dressed in outdated attire, its hollow eyes fixed upon her. The air grew thick with malevolence, and Sarah could feel an invisible force closing in on her. In a surge of terror, Sarah turned and ran towards the exit, but the door slammed shut before her, trapping her inside. Panicking, she searched for another way out, but the walls seemed to shift, forming an impenetrable barrier. She was trapped, at the mercy of the vengeful spirit that haunted the office. The ghostly figure advanced, its ethereal form gliding closer with every step. Sarah's heart raced as she desperately tried to find a way to escape. In a final act of desperation, she mustered all her courage and screamed at the top of her lungs. The piercing sound reverberated through the office, shaking the very foundation of the building. To Sarah's astonishment, the lights flickered back on, and the door swung open, releasing her from the clutches of the malevolent spirit. Trembling and shaken, Sarah stumbled out of the office building, vowing never to return. The experience had taught her that some workplaces hold dark secrets, and the spirits of the past may linger, waiting to be unleashed upon unsuspecting employees. It was a chilling reminder that not all hauntings occur in ancient houses or abandoned locations, but can manifest in the most unexpected of places, even within the confines of a seemingly ordinary workplace.